Andrew, tell me about yourself and what you do.
I'm a VP of Business Development for Endless Surf. Cut my teeth in this industry starting in 2000, working for Tom Lockfeld, Surf Lock. And a lot of people came through. You know, when you have NFL, there's like the coaching tree, and I guess that's where I kind of went through.
You've worked in the industry for a long time. What have you seen over the last 2 years that's started to change?
You're just seeing the technology improve, right? And all of a sudden we're starting to see how business models are improving themselves. Suddenly you look at BSR, it's changed hands. So suddenly, you know, things are being sold, there's interactions going on, there's transactions going on. And so we are really on the cusp of something that is, you know, incredible, right? We're at the embryonic stage of the surf park industry. And here we are. Yeah. I mean, it's awesome. How could you not be stoked?
Totally.
Yeah.
What do you think are the keys for success? If you had a few tips for aspiring wave pool developers, what can they do to maximize the chances of success of their project?
There's two parts to this, two levels. One is surfing is incredibly aspirational, and people love the concept of surf, the idea of surf, and that feel of riding waves, the whole culture of surfing, born in the 60s, guys living on the beach. I mean, that is such a core, kind of like organicness to that. And if we ever lose that, that'll really make me sad. I think that we need to remain connected to that, and it needs to be a real part of who we are as an industry. At the same time, we also need to be focused on creating businesses that are economically viable, that are successful, that make people money. And I think that's going to be the balancing act of trying to figure out how do we remain surfers and true to nature, that core of the culture, while also focusing on how do we create a business that actually like pays the mortgage and puts shoes on our kids' feet.
That's amazing. Could you tell us a little bit about the panel you'll be hosting tomorrow?
Sure. So I'm going to be hosting a panel that's all about surf culture, and it's going to be pretty fun. You know, I really have no idea how these guys are going to respond. It's not as prepared as maybe I would have hoped, but it's going to be fun just to see what people have to say. I think really the core of it is just bringing things back to center of, you know, our focus on surfing, and this is what we love. You know, surfing is our first girlfriend, right? And how do we make sure that she's looked after? And that's I think what we want to talk about.
That's amazing.
Surf culture and how it connects to the surf park industry.
It's amazing. How can people learn more about Endless Surf?
Well, for one, you could give me a call, and I will tell you all about Endless Surf. That's the easiest thing to do. You can always go on our website and, you know, endlesssurf.com, click on contact us. That will most likely come to me as well. But endlesssurf.com is a great place to start.
And last question for you.
Yeah.
In terms of Endless Surf, you have so much brewing, so many projects in the works. What would you say, off the record, on the record, might be the first project we might be able to see some of the Endless Surf technology?
I can tell you that it's a race between three projects, one in Europe, one in the US, and one in Australia. And maybe even one in the Middle East. And there is a race. One of these will break ground between November and January, which means we'll most likely be surfing beginning January 2023.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, wishing the team extreme success. Thank you for taking the time for this, and welcome to Summit.
Thank you.